six pieces skirts. Yeah, you heard me. Welcome back to my channel. It's Chidima Favor. If it's the first time I've coming across my channel, thank you so much. I love you. Today we are cutting a six pieces skirt. I'm going to use this Ankara fabric, and I'm going to use a pattern paper to illustrate because it's going to be open and slash method. Okay, slash and open method. So thank you so much. Without wasting much of our time, we're going to go into the video. All right, to my returning subscribers, I love you so much. God bless you. Let's move. All right, it's going to be a gown, not just a skirt. So the hip length is going to be more than usual. Instead of 9, I'm using 9.5 to 10 inches. Then I'm going to draw the new area of my client. Now, having in mind that this is a gown, I'm going to remove my half length, that's my waistline. Then I'll draw the actual length of the skirt or the gown. Okay, so the lines we have here is waistline, hip, new, and actual length of the skirt or the gown I'm working with. So this is our waist, this is our new, and the full length of the gown. All right, let's go. Our waist circumference, I'm going to write our waist circumference. The waist circumference I'm working with is about 9 inches. Measure yours and use yours. Okay, this is for a client, and I'm adding 1 inch dart intake here, 1 inch dart intake, and I'm marking out the hip measurement, which is about 11 inches. Just go ahead, take your measurement and work with what you have. Now what you have on the hip, I'm going to minus 1.5. What I have on the hip, I'll minus 1.5 for my new measurement. You can minus 1, okay, depending on how you want it. Now what I have on my new is what I'm still going to take to the hem, to the down part of the trousers, sorry, down part of the skirt. Here I'm taking nipple to nipple measurement. Okay, then I'm coming down by about 4 inches to 4.5. 4 inches to 4.5 is okay. Then at this point I'm just trying to still get my nipple to nipple measurement so I can draw a straight line. After that, I just go ahead and connect it with a straight ruler this way. Then I'll take half an inch on both sides. Remember we added 1 inch, right? I'll just take half an inch on both sides to be able to create out our dirt. All right, somebody will be asking, does 6 pieces need a dart? Don't worry about that, you understand. Okay, just pay detailed attention. This is simplest method to do it, and I bet you're going to like it. Okay, so we are cutting out this. All the markings we have, I will just use the ruler to curve them in. I'll use a curve ruler to curve from my waist to my nail, and I'll connect to the actual nail. Okay, sorry, from my waist to my hip, from my hip to the actual length of the skirt. How are we doing today, my returning subscribers? Thank you so much. You've been so amazing. If this is your first time of coming across my channel, please like. From my nail, I'm stepping on by 2 inches. Okay, you don't want this to be on your actual nail, so from your nail I'm stepping on by 2 inches. Okay, all right, so the first line is no longer functional. We are using the second line. I hope you understand. You can use 1.5, you can use 2 inches, they are still okay. Now my nipple to nipple measurements, this line, I'm going to take it all the way to the hem. Okay, the line you have on your nipple to nipple line, I'm going to take it all the way to the hem. Please, the line we have at the center front is just for me to get a straight. The pattern paper is not straight, so the line does not really mean anything. If your pattern paper is straight, just go ahead and use it that way. Then I'm going to draw a straight line down. I hope you understand what I'm saying. If you don't, just take a detailed look at it properly. This line we drew straight is our nipple to nipple measurement. Okay, so first I'm going to cut out everything. All right, just go ahead and cut your pattern. That's basically yours. Here we are just drawing a basic pencil skirt. Okay, a basic pencil skirt. You can see what we have. Now we're going to separate the two of them. We're using this open and slash method. So then I'm going to remove this dart intake because I don't need it, right? I don't need it, so I'm just taking it out. Okay, just to give our skirt some fittings. That's just what we did. Now this line, I'm going to separate it. Let's keep the side front first, but this center front and this is side front. I just labeled it. Okay, so let's work on this front first, on the center front. What we have on this new line, I'm going to divide it by 2. Check yours and divide it by 2. Okay, you divide it, then you draw a line down to the hem area. The way I'm doing right now. Please, if you notice a sound or any sound at the background, I'm really sorry. I apologize for that. Okay, so after doing that, you also do the same thing for the side front. You do the same thing for the side front. What you have on your new area, you divide it by 2 and also draw a line. Okay, you see what we have. All right, so now let's go ahead and continue with the center front. You slant it. Okay, you use your scissors to tear it into 2, like open it up into 2, right? Now once you get to your new area, you go to the left hand side, not the center front now, not the center. You go through the side. Okay, you see what I'm doing? The side, not at the front. This is the side. All right, you don't have to tear everything completely out, you just tear it a little. Okay, all right, after that you're going to introduce another fresh fabric. Okay, pattern paper, sorry, another fresh pattern paper. I hope you're able to understand what I'm saying. Please, I'm so sorry, I feel a bit weak, but making sure that the line on your new area is at the same point with the paper you introduced. You shouldn't be on top of the paper, it should just be at the same point. They should be meeting themselves at the same point. None should be up on anyone. None of them should be on top each other. I hope I'm able to explain this. I'm so sorry. Then you use your what is it called, tape, to put it down. You use your tape to just tape everything down. After that, from one end to one end, you determine how wide you want this to be. I use 7.5, like from the other leg of your pattern paper to how wide you want your opening to be, your flake to be, right? Just go ahead and do that. So I use 7.5. I just hope you're able to understand what I'm explaining. Please, if you don't understand, you can go ahead and tell me on the comment section, right? Please, if you don't understand, just say it at the comment section. Then I'll use my curve ruler to curve this in. I don't want you to be sharp, okay? You just need it to be curvy. I just use this to curve it in properly. You see the way I curved it in? All right, just use your curve ruler to curve it in, then go ahead and cut it. If you don't understand, just pay detailed attention to what I'm doing, please. Okay, just pay detailed attention and you will understand. Now I'm done for the center front. Let's work on the side front. Remember, for this center front, we just opened and we slat to one side. But this one now we are opening two sides. We are opening the two sides because we want to spread the two of them. Okay, so these two will be spread like this. I hope you understand. Be careful so it won't tear off, and when you are placing it, also be careful. Now what I did, I just took about 10 inches and I draw a line. That line is just for a guide, there's no particular measurement to that, and making sure that your paper is just aligning with the one you placed on. That it shouldn't be on top of any of them. They should just be like something that is the same measurement. Yeah, okay. And you use your tape to calm it down. Now I'm using this line as a guide and I'm spreading like I said, and we used 7.5. So I'll mark 7.5 and make sure that the legs of my pattern paper, the pattern I drew, is on that 7.5. So whatever you use for the center front is what you are going to also use for the side front. So I use 7.5. You can use 8, you can use 7, you can use, depending on how open you want it to be. So here I'm just using tape to secure everything to make sure they don't move around. What is the next thing? I will use a curve ruler also to connect it, to curve it in, because I don't want it sharp. All right, this is very easy to do. Just use a curve ruler to curve it in. That's basically it. I prefer to cut my 6 pieces this way. It comes out very nice at the end of the day. All right, you notice here that I have a little shortage on my paper, so I'm going to use a paper to support it to make sure that my curve is complete. You can see I just put a paper to complete it. I don't want it to be sharp. What I'm trying to avoid is for it not to be sharp in any way. Okay, so just go ahead and cut this pattern paper. I'm going to use it to cut both for the front and for the back. All right, so this is what we have. This is exactly what we have. Please, if you are watching up to this moment, please subscribe to our channel, give this video a thumbs up and leave your comments. Okay, this is center front. I've cut it out. There is no logic to it. Just cut what you have and add few inches. Okay, you can see it. I've pinned everything down. There's no logic to it. You can see it, Abby. Just what you have on your pattern paper for the center front. Now this is the center side, Abby, front side. We are going to add 2 inches sewing allowance. I hope my voice note is doing justice to this. I don't know how I'm feeling this afternoon, but please pardon me. Just listen to what I'm doing and pay attention. So I marked 2 inches for sewing allowance. Remember, this is the side front, okay, and we did not add any allowance while cutting, so just go ahead and add allowance to it. You can see the way I added it, and I added few inches for stitching it down. So just use exactly what you have. So this pattern, we're still going to use it to cut for the back. So for the back, remember that the center back is going to have a zipper. It's going to have a zipper. Don't forget that the center back is going to have a zipper. So we are coming out by 2 inches and we are marking it to the new length. Now this is where you really need to pay attention. Okay, this is my new line. I'm marking it out for us to see it very well. This is my new line. You can see. Okay, from this my new line, I'm going to also create a shape, because this is 6 pieces, and remember that what we used was 7.5. So I'm going to mark that 7.5 from my new area. I'm going to take note of that 7.5 again, and I'm going to mark it so that the back will also have that flash shape, because this is a 6 pieces. Okay, right? After marking it out, please pay detailed attention to this area. Okay, pay detailed attention. I'm going to measure what we have on the other leg from here to the other end point. Okay, from here to here, we're going to check what we have, and what I have after measuring mine was about 23. You can see we have about 23. Yeah, so that 23, I'll make sure I have it at the other side. You don't want anyone longer than one will be longer than, no, you don't want that. So you're going to mark that 23. Use your curve ruler again, curve it in, I hope you get. Curving to come and meet the other part. You need everything to be equal. You don't want anyone to be longer than another. So that's just the basic, that's the only difference between the back and the front. The zipper allowance and the side stitches, that's just the difference. So this is the center front, this is the center back, this is the side front and the side back. The side back, they are the same thing, nothing different. The only place you add a little logic is at the back, okay, where you have a zipper allowance and you need the other side to flow. Oh, that's basically it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'm going to see you in another video. Give this video a thumbs up and subscribe. Bye.